All right, continuing coverage now of this mid-March nor'easter. Crews preparing for potential impacts all day yesterday, including potential power outages. 12 News meteorologist Steven Montegrano live in North Smithfield. The rain and wind have really been whipping up there in the northern part of the state so far. Good morning.
Morning, Patrick. Yeah, every time the rain picks up, so does the winds out here in North Smithfield. So it's a messy start to your day, as Melissa said, out on the roadways as well. Of course, we're looking at a change to snow later on today, this afternoon into tonight. That's a concern for power crews all across the state, including especially farther north and west, where that snow will be heavier and of course accumulate more, which will give us a few inches of snow, especially across the northern part of the state. And again, it won't take a whole lot of snow to cause some power outages, especially across that part of the state. And we talked to Rhode Island Energy about the latest update in terms of how they're preparing for the storm.
It really depends on the consistency of the snow. But if you get the really pasty, heavy, wet stuff, anytime you're looking over 4 to 6 inches, then it'll really start snapping some limbs, and that can cause some tree damage and obviously create outages.
And as you heard there, it only takes a few inches of snow to come down and cause power outages across the state. And of course, we're looking at least 4 to 6 inches of snow across that part of the state. So we're going to be watching that very closely later on tonight and especially into early tomorrow morning for that snow to accumulate on those power lines and trees. Again, could cause some scattered power outages. For now, live in North Smithfield, I'm 12 News meteorologist Steven Montegrano.
All right, let's head a little further south here. Crews from the Department of Public Works out Monday preparing for whatever Mother Nature brings today and into tomorrow. They say their main concern, of course, the heavy wet snow when it makes the change from rain. Over to snow, Dana Casulo live right now in Providence. You can see the umbrella there whipping in the wind. So just really not a nice morning to be outside, Dana.
No, I'm scared I'm going to blow away out here, but what's really going to be the concern is what you said, that heavy wet snow, and we're not going to see that until later in the day. Right now, you're seeing all of that rain, and I'm really feeling that rain. So local departments of public works say they are ready. They have had material supply, the sand, the salt, throughout the season, so that is well set. They will get help from RIDOT, which has 150 state trucks and more than 250 vendor trucks ready and is fully stocked with 65,000 tons of salt available for the roads. So when you see that snow, it's important to not crowd the plows or pass the plow trucks. Plow drivers have limited visibility, and the safest place on the highway is actually behind a plow truck. Cranston DPW Director Richard Bernardo told 12 News the wet, heavy snow can take a toll on their equipment.
The heavy, wet snow, one of the big things we have to do is we have to slow the vehicles down. You can't be throwing that because it's like cement. It'll knock over mailboxes, damage signs, people's properties.
And the storm could also affect air travel, so make sure you're checking our flight tracker for updates at TF Green and Logan airports. I'm in Providence, Dana Casulo, 12 News.
All right, thanks, Dana and Steven. Over in the Bay State, residents in cities like Leominster near Worcester filling up buckets of sand before today's impending storm. In neighboring Lancaster, Mass, emergency tree crew from Pennsylvania out trimming branches yesterday that could possibly snap under the weight of any heavy wet snow that could fall and take down power lines. The intensity, weight, and duration of the snow is a concern in Worcester and points north and west. Pre-treating 480 miles of wet roads, not an option though.
You're going to have snowfall rates that exceed an inch and a half an hour. I can't do much as far as chemicals, putting it down, because it's just going to wash away.
DPW chief there expects snow to start piling up later in the day today. Right now on WPRI.com, you can find all the resources you need to stay ready. There you can find the interactive radar, a list of closings and any delays, phone numbers on how to report any power outages, and also a link to our flight tracker to see if your travel could be impacted today. It's all online right now. Just go to WPRI.com. Stay with 12 News. We continue to track this storm. You can check out the forecast anytime on the Pinpoint Weather 12 app. Michelle has her full forecast coming up in about 5 minutes. Then tune in later today. Chief Meteorologist Tony Petracca with continuing coverage starting at 4.